This is a family recipe. Came from my household growing up. It was one of our favorite sort of feel-good foods. And I call it, you know, the S word. S on a single. Just shit on a shingle. SOS.
Dun dun dun!
You're going to use eggs, so you got to boil the eggs. And you got to make sure they're ready to go. So we're going to separate them. The egg whites and the egg yolks. So the next thing you're going to do is just take all your egg yolks and put them in one bowl. And all your egg whites in one bowl. Dump those little suckers out. I try to get all the yellow out of these egg whites because it's prettier that way. You don't want to have yellow on the whites. Once you get all these yolks separated, you just take all these egg whites and chop them up in little chunks like this. This is the best comfort food. So basically you want to crumble up the yolks till they're just like crumbles. Alright, so next step, you're going to make a white sauce. So first you start with about a 1/4 cup of butter and a 1/4 cup of flour. I usually put about a teaspoon of salt. If you have white pepper, that's okay. It'll look nice in there, but I don't like to put black pepper in here. So you're just going to get that nice and melted. Get a little roux out of it. Turn the heat down a little bit. You want to burn your butter. So once you get this melted, nice and bubbly, you don't want to burn it, just kind of get it bubbly and melted. Alright. Okay, then you're going to add about 2.5 cups of milk. Let's see how we do here. And you're just going to stir it till it starts to thicken up. It's nice and thick. Yeah, you pretty much, when you make a white sauce, you got to stir most of the time, otherwise it gets chunky clunkies on the bottom. Okay, so while we are thickening up our white sauce, I just want you to know, if you have a lovely assistant, you can have them open a couple cans of tuna and drain it. Today we're using Sustainable Seas yellowfin tuna. It's only caught with poles. They don't use nets. Okay, so I happen to have a lovely assistant, Becca, here. She's draining our yellowfin tuna for us. You don't want it to be drippy. You gotta put it in a bowl and use a fork to kind of break it up so it's nice and crumbly too, like the egg yolks. If it starts to thicken up and you want it to, it hasn't really gotten bubbly yet, you can add a little bit more milk, because the more milk you add, the more creamy stuff you have. But if it's, you want it to get thick, so you just have to kind of play with it. If you take a look at this sauce, it's starting to thicken up nice. You don't want it to get to the point of boiling, so I'm turning it down a little bit. But when it hits this point where it's looking nice and thick, then you're going to dump all of your egg whites into the bowl or into the pan and just kind of stir them around, get them so they get warmed through. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so next you're going to pop a couple shingles in the toaster. They're not real shingles, it's bread. That's your shingle. Oops, that one fell apart. Cut. You really don't want this stuff to boil. You just want it to get nice and thick. got some toast here. I'm gonna do my way first, and then Becca can do her preference. Okay, you can do this any way you want. So that's one way. Isn't that beautiful? So Becca can do her preference. Okay, here goes Becca. Oh wait, you're gonna put that on first?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Tuna first?
Here goes Becca with her variation on.
I'm pretty sure
on a shingle.
this is how
She likes tuna first.
that you do it.
Could have been. And that is.
Doesn't that look nicer?
It's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, mine looks kind of messy. I think you did good, Becca. But here's the best part. I'm telling you. What you really got to do is taste it. So, all right. As long as you get all those ingredients on there, it's all good.
What's it taste like?
Kind of like heaven.
There you have it, folks. SOS.
Mm-hmm. Yummy.